All right, just bear with me as I the streaming. Okay, there we go. All right, happy Monday, everyone. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I hope everyone enjoyed the extra bonuses that we got from the promotion that just ended last night, which was the X39, X49 combination, and then you got your free SP6 patch, so or sleeve. So that was a really great that was a really great promotion. Great kickoff, as everyone's getting ready for summer and getting ready to get back into swimsuit season. So I just want to welcome everyone, new members, current members, those that are catching this on the replay afterward, welcome. Tonight's probably going to be a little bit of a shorter night. I didn't promote this as much as I usually do. It's been a long weekend. So I just wanted to I wanted to go over some protocols, because a lot of the questions I see, especially when people start patching, they're like, well, where do I put this? And how do I do this? And so I've created a website called learntopatch.com that has a blog where I keep as many protocols as I can. Protocols I've collected, protocols I've personally used, protocols that have been used by people on our team. So it's great. It's a great resource. So in addition to that, let me just show you real quick. Let me go over to that. In addition to that, if you're ever in a pinch and you need to know, oh gosh, I can't remember, where do I put, I don't know, where do I put Carnosine? Where are the recommended spots? So here's learntopatch.com. And if you come in here, you'll see, after your 2 quick introduction videos, you'll see the patching strategies and protocols in this blog. It's listed by emergency protocols, general protocols, therapeutic protocols. There are some posts I have in here just in general about what happens. Now I'm patching. What now? What am I supposed to feel? These are kind of basic questions that a lot of people get. So this is a great resource to use. In addition, the reason I brought you here was up here in the corner. If you click all products, it takes you to all of the products. And so each of the products are here. I even included the Alavita Trio, Nirvana Mood System, as well as Shine and Dream, Life Wave Mists. And if you click on one of these, say Carnosine, oh, where was that spot again? If you click on one of these, it's going to open a link to just a Google Doc I have that shows the locations for the recommended patch placements for the Carnosine, and each of them will have that link. So I just wanted to show you that real quick, that's a good, quick, easy resource for you to go to if you're referencing something specific or you forgot something that you want to kind of quick reference. Also, don't forget to follow our YouTube channel, Patching Partners. Like and subscribe. We always post these up on there so people can catch them the day after. You can share them. There's one on there specifically about Carnosine. If you haven't seen it yet, I would recommend watching it. We go into discussion based on what David talked about, which is Carnosine and how it's so great for healing, because when paired with X39, what Carnosine does, which is different from X39 because X39 makes stem cells, Carnosine helps protect the cells from the glycation process, which is basically it protects the cells against sugar. Because if someone's sugar is high, they cannot heal. And this I know from personal past experience, family and friends, that you need to have your sugar levels in check, on point, for your body really to heal. If your sugar levels are off, your body is not going to heal. So Carnosine is a really good one to help with blood sugar. So I do plan, and like and subscribe, because I will be posting here very shortly a new video explaining the PC Plus and the PC programs. They just recently changed them again, and so it's different. And so I will be addressing the new pieces and parts that are having to do with that PC program. Tomorrow, if you are around tomorrow, I recommend you join in with Sandra Biskind. She has a call noon Pacific time, 3 o'clock our time. If you need the link, let me know. I can send it to you, but it's a Q&A call, very similar to this. She has a much larger team than we do, but she does it every Tuesday. And it's great for you to put any kind of, potential people or people that might sign up, you're not quite sure, people that are just interested in learning more. It's a great group. It's a high energy group of ladies that come together, and men that come together to talk about the patches. They talk about their experiences. They ask questions. They ask questions about protocols. It's such a great group. So I highly recommend you dial into that if you can carve out some time during the day on a Tuesday. I wish I could more. My schedule changes, but I will be on there with Sandra and her quantum healing team, which is basically what her patching partner team is for her quantum healing team. We have patching partners. The quantum healing team, I'm going to be on there tomorrow night to discuss Canva and all of the different, the Canva app and all of the different things that basics, we're doing basics, very basic Canva to try to help people just with like imagery and posting their links in an image, that kind of thing. So if you need the link for that, let me know again, and we can get you dialed in with all that. So let's talk about protocols. So protocols vary from what the company recommends. So the company always recommends everything 12 hours on, 12 hours off, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. And that is the case. If you're going to be wearing X39 or X49, you want to cycle it. You want to stick to 12 hours on, 12 hours off. The reason being is that you want your body to make stem cells during that initial time. And then when you take the patch off, that's when your body goes and will use those stem cells and your body will heal, because we heal the best when we sleep. So I always recommend the cycle on, cycle off. Now with X39, if you want to cycle it for 24 hours, that's fine. Take 24 hours off. If you're going to cycle it, however long you're going to cycle it, you need to cycle that same amount of time off. And the reason being is that your body can come attenuated to that signal, which means that your body will take that signal and almost start ignoring it, that it's happening, because it's constantly getting that signal. So we need to pull that signal away for a time and then add that signal back in so that the body can make them again. That it's not just a constant make it, because your body will stop doing that. It will become attenuated. That's what they call that, attenuated. So that's why we definitely want to cycle your X39, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. There aren't many protocols that I have that use X39, and the ones that do, you can easily switch out Eon if you wanted. I would say Eon was the precursor for X39. It was the patch that, it's the closest patch to X39. It does not make stem cells, but it does almost all of the other things that X39 does. So let's get into protocols. I really truly believe that there are two categories for protocols: therapeutic and emergency. And you need to use those based on what you're doing, how your body's responding, and what kind of progress you want to get from yourself. So we're going to jump in real quick here to the boards. Let me go back over here. I'll share my screen over here. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about is called the sacred triangle. So that's where you use X39 at the belly button and you make a triangle with the inside of your legs on the point SP6. If you hear points being used and you're not familiar with them, go to Google. Google is great for giving you spots and points that you might not be familiar with. Oftentimes you'll even see how to do it, like where you'll see where it's 4 fingers above the ankle. So it'll help give you a point. Now, I'm going to assume that most people here aren't familiar with acupressure points and acupuncture points. So the easiest way that I was taught to find them was you get to the spot where it's supposed to be, and you push just a little pressure, and you give a little pressure around that spot, and where it hurts, like where you feel pain, that's the acupressure point, and that's where you want to put the patch. So use the guidance of, whatever you can get from Google. If you don't know where the patches are, where the acupressure spots are located, for SP6, 4 fingers above the ankle. And when you do that, I want you to measure your 4 fingers above the ankle, and then I want you to press around to find the spot that hurts. If you don't necessarily find a spot that hurts, place it 4 fingers above, just like the pictures show. But oftentimes you find the right spot when there's pain there. So this sacred triangle is for, it's geared towards women. It's really to help relieve symptoms of perimenopausal, menopause, hot flashes, to try to bring your body back to a balance. I used a combination of this myself, not in these spots, which they don't have to be in those spots, but I used a combination of this for myself when I first started patching. The next one we'll go to is balancing the brain. So I've been working with quite a few energy workers, and a majority of what the response I get from people is that the energy workers is that your body cannot heal if your brain is out of balance. Okay, so your brain really needs to be in. Some people can check this on themselves. Some people cannot. If you're familiar with muscle testing, it's a very simple thing to check. You have your test hand, which is this is my hand. You hold your hand up and you see whether or not you're in check. You have your hand here. You move your hand to the back side over here. And then I also move it to my stomach. So mine is not out of balance right now. I can actually feel. I've become so sensitive now that I'm not on any medications or anything. I've really become sensitive to when something's going on. If I'm doing any body work, I mean, I oftentimes get dizzy, and I experience things that are very amazing, quite honestly. So these are some options for brain balancing. Now, if you want to go out in public with a patch on your forehead, go ahead, by all means. Some people do not. Some people do not want to put adhesive on their face. That's okay too. You can put a headband on, right? You can put a cloth headband on and put it on the headband. You can wear an eye mask and tuck it under the eye mask to hold it in place. Again, on the back, the GV16, it's called the Wind Mansion. You can put it there and secure it with a headband. You can stick it to the headband and then put it on. So there are different ways to do it, especially with GV20. I don't want to put anything on my hair. So I would use it with a headband, a cloth headband, or a scarf, or something that I could kind of tie around. And the reason we can do this, if you're not familiar with it, we do like to stick the patches onto the skin. That typically is the best way to do it. There are people that might not be able to use the patches, even though it's a medical grade adhesive. If they cannot, you can put it on your shirt. You can wear it on your clothes. It's okay, because when we look at that infrared camera of ourselves, it's not a perfect straight outline. You see the heat and the energy coming off our body. So as long as it's within like 1 to 3 inches of your person, they will work. Also, if you put it in your pocket, that activates it. Just putting it in your pocket. So if you are a business person and you're at an event, when you sell samples or give samples, be careful that they don't take it and put it in their pocket. Oftentimes I have to tell people, no, make sure I put it in a bag for them. And I say, please don't put it in your pocket. Don't put it under your arm, because it will activate it. Wait until, and sometimes they even just run it to their car so they don't have to worry about it. Being in your car on a hot day, not recommended. You want to keep them in a cool, dry place. But you can wear them on your clothes, under a hat, on a scarf, as long as it's on your person. That signal will transfer, that heat will transfer through the clothing to get that signal to the body. So this is brain balancing, a therapeutic protocol. This is great. I mean, if your brain's out of balance, you're going to have a difference. You could be dizzy. You could, for me, it's mostly dizzy. It's just, I feel off when my brain's not balanced. And when my brain's not balanced, my body's not healing. So if you're unaware of whether or not your brain's balanced, I would highly recommend doing this therapeutic protocol and put the patch behind your right ear. TW17. It's a patch location I love. It's one that we recommend for migraines, headaches, brain balancing. You could wear that at night for 2 weeks and then check in with yourself, see how you're doing after that 2 weeks, see if you feel better with what's going on, because your brain might be balanced. Or if you know some of the muscle tests, ask them to test you and see if your brain is back in balance. So that's brain balancing. Another therapeutic one is just to help promote a healthy gut. And this is using X39, 6 fingers above the navel on the point CV12, conception vessel 12. So this is something that, again, I would do 12 hours, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. It's therapeutic. Do it for 2 weeks. See how your gut responds after 2 weeks. And see if you need to continue it or not, but at least give it a good 2 weeks to really try to help promote that healthy gut, especially if you've come off any kind of illness or you've got different issues with gut and digestion. This will help. And as always, stay hydrated. I cannot stress that enough. When you're patching, you need, our bodies are made up of water. And if you don't have enough water, the energy cannot move around your body. These patches will not work as well. This is one of my favorite therapeutic protocols. So this is my mental boost, mental focus. I take the carnosine and I wrap it around my big right toe and, put my sock on, put my shoe on, whatever. It feels odd because, it's curved and it's not like a great Band-Aid, but you put it on. You can always put a Band-Aid around it if you want to help secure it in place. But this I find when I wear this, my focus is right where I need it to be. And I say that because I spent years taking Adderall, and Adderall was great for focus. It was great for focus. It was great to really just hone in and block out when I'm working of what's going on around me and really get my stuff done. But I haven't taken Adderall since I've started patching because I was taking it for chronic fatigue, which I don't have anymore. So I don't need it. I don't have to set my alarm at 5 a.m. to take Adderall to drag myself out of bed in the morning. I wake up when the sun wakes up every morning. I don't necessarily get out of bed, but I wake up when the sun comes up. And it's nice. It's nice to just kind of roll over and feel refreshed. It's a great change of pace. But anyway, back to my mental focus boost. I've had a couple clients, couple people on the team that use this and like this protocol as well. The other place I would put it, if I don't necessarily want to put it on my toes, say I'm wearing open toe shoes, we're coming into the summer, I would put it behind my right ear on that TW17, which was the same place of the brain balancing. Those are probably the 2 locations that I would put it for a mental boost. This was a team member asked specifically for this protocol, which I scoured and found for prostate support. And I have not gotten any updates on that, but I will. This one's difficult because you've got the CV2 and the K11, which are actually right next to each other. So these patches are almost stacked right on top of each other when you wear them. 8 fingers below the navel, and then you wear the other one on GV2 on the back. So definitely, if you don't know where these spots are, again, I say Google them because Google is amazing at giving you the point locations. And stay hydrated. So this one is, again, it's a therapeutic, wear up to 12 hours, recommend 3 to 4 times a week. Couple weeks, check in with yourself and continue. If you still have symptoms that you're working with, continue the protocol until your symptoms have dissipated. Then we have, let's see. Oh yes, this is one of my favorites. The knee protocol. So I actually have two knee protocols. One is this one, which is eon and glutathione. And what they call is you bracket. So you want to bracket the knee. It's kind of hard to show bracketing the knee in an image, but you basically want to put eon on the inside of the knee and the glutathione on the outside of the knee and bracket that knee. I would wear this for 24 hours. I would absolutely wear it for 24 hours and I would take it off, but I would only do it a couple times a week. So I'm not worried about cycling it. It's eon and glutathione. So they're classic patches. So I do treat them a little differently than I would an X39 and X49. But both of these do pair very well with X39 worn daily. So my knees, and that's the reason I started patching, was because my knees were so terrible. Before I was patching, I will tell you that my knees sounded like popcorn going up and down the stairs. It's terrible. Popcorn. It was awful. It was loud. I could never be a ninja ever. And now they're not so much popcorn. It's more like Rice Krispie treats. It's like the snap, crackle, pop. It's very light. It's a very light sound compared to a very heavy, deep sound that they used to be. So I'm happy with this protocol. Very happy with it. This is another one I do. This is one I do more if I've tweaked my knee, if I've done a little too much. This is a protocol I will do more of like the advanced protocol for it. So if I don't want to say injured it because I really haven't injured my knee, but there are some days where I've done a lot and I can feel it in my knees. So this is one that I really like. And if you're not familiar with the feeling that you can get with these patches, sometimes depending on your sensitivity, it's almost like a TENS unit. If you've ever had a TENS unit that you've put on your body. So they have the patches that you put on your body and you connect with this thing too, and you hook it up to a machine and it sends like an electronic signal to the patches, and it kind of like buzzes and tingles around that spot. This is what happens when I put this on, at least. So ST35, if you look that up, it's called the knee eyes. And they're the inside parts of the knee. You can feel them when you look them up specifically and where they are. It's the indents on either side of that main tendon in the knee. So you have your knee eyes, and then I would put the carnosine on top, and then I would put the eon, and then, well, it doesn't really matter which order you put them on, but I would feel energy. I would feel like a TENS unit. It was like I put a TENS unit on and I had not. And I would feel the energy swirl around my knee. And then I would feel the pressure build in my knee, and then it would dissipate. It was wild. And I would leave this on. I would wear this for 24 hours. And then I would take it off and leave it off for 24 hours and repeat, 3 or 4 times a week, 3 to 5 times a week, depending on how much my knee, if I tweaked it and it hurt, I would do this protocol. So now we're going to get into emergency protocols, and emergency protocols are something I consider like illnesses that you don't want to reach for the NyQuil or whatever alternatives might be out there. This is a good option to reach for instead of that. So this is the flu protocol. I've used it myself this past year, and it says wear for 24 hours. And in an emergency, I would absolutely wear my X39 for 24 hours. Now, would I do it right out of the gate, never having patched before? No. But if you are comfortable patching and you respond well to the patches, I would say that you would be okay wearing a 24-hour protocol for X39. And the only reason I would do it is because you've got that sinus pressure, that headache, you feel terrible, you feel rotten, you want anything to make yourself feel better. So I would definitely say the X39 on GV14, which is the back of the neck, on the cervical 7, and then carnosine and eon on their corresponding points for this flu protocol. The other emergency protocol, we're not there yet. Migraines, headaches are a big one. I get asked this a lot. And for this, I would say you definitely wear it up to 24 hours and replace if it's not gone, but odds are it's going to be gone. pretty quickly after you put that patch on. So it's up to you how long you choose to wear it and or test it. So if you wear it for 3 or 4 hours and your headache's gone, you can take it off and see how your head's doing. Make sure if your headache comes back, you can put it right back on. But it's up to you how you want to test it and how long you want to use it on your body. But I would not wear them for more than 24 hours. And you can continue this for, up to 5 days if it's not going away, which I would be shocked if it didn't. Especially if you're going to pair this with an X39. So that's our headache relief. This is a fun one. Head pressure. You just get that, your head feels like it's in a vice. And you're just like, get this out of me. In addition to other things I do, like neti pots and such. This I found worked so well. Not quite a headache. It's a head cold. It's different. It feels different to me. So this is, head pressure with a cold. Stay hydrated. Definitely most important. But using the YH system, the Eon, glutathione, and carnosine, these 3 patches together are just amazing at putting them around the spot and around the point of pain that you want to address. So I would recommend that, again, a triangle on the head for what you're trying to do. And again, if you do not want to put it on your head, cloth, a scarf on your head, and then put the patches on that. Let's see. Then we have, again, a sinus pressure. So that's not so much up here. That's more like, the clog, the sinuses, they just feel terrible. I've done this. It's amazing how quickly you just kind of start to breathe again. You're like, this is fantastic. So putting them on Li-20, which is on either side of the nose, and doing glutathione, carnosine with an Eon above. Again, it's this triangle effect. It's this YH system and a triangle effect. It's such a powerful combination, and patches that were available long before X39. So you take these emergency protocols and pair them with an X39, I think you're going to be rocking and rolling out of those real quick. Oh, I have a teammate that loves this one. This is her protocol. She told me about it. She said, this is it. This is what you need. This is what you got to do. So heartburn, any kind of overindulgence, if your stomach is just off, got a little too much, did a little too much, and you ate a little too much, whatever had be, this is what you want to do. So again, it's at CV12, which we've talked about before, which was the gut health support. This is you take Ice Wave. Now, Ice Wave, it just moves energy. It doesn't stimulate the body to do anything other than we're moving energy. They're a positive and a negative patch. It's a dual patch system. So you take and put the tan patch up top, you put the white patch on the belly button, and it will dissipate and help that energy move around to relieve that uncomfortable heartburn feeling. Naturally, without chemicals or stimulants. This was another one that was requested from a teammate, ringing in the ears. And this is using, again, the YH system, which is a very powerful system that they use, and they sell it together in a combo, which is great. And it's a cost-effective way to get all 3 of them at once. And then this is paired with an X39. So you put the X39 on the outside. Again, you go up and around. You've got Eon, carnosine on the back, and glutathione below. So you're kind of making a flower shape around the ear there. Staying hydrated, wearing up to 24 hours, or as long as the symptoms are present. I would not recommend wearing more than 5 days. Take a break. And then if you want to start again the next week, you can start again. And then this is just an example. Someone was asking me for an image of kidney 1. So this is an example of what you would find on, if you Google real quick. If you Google, you're going to find kidney 1. It's right in the bottom of the foot, center of the foot, down a third with 2/3 left. So it's right at that ball, right at that soft spot on the bottom of your foot. In between the second and third count. So this was a really good image for people to see. So I went through those protocols. We have other protocols. I just haven't gotten them all up and going yet. So if you have any questions or anything specific about protocols or things that you want to, symptoms that you want to address, just reach out, let me know, email me, message me, and we can work with you. The one thing that I do know is that X39 itself is a very powerful patch, and the capabilities of stem cells are really limitless. And if you're, just tuning in, if you're new to the group, new to the team, welcome. You probably haven't heard my story about Grammy, but I'm going to tell it again because it's an amazing story. She, 91, lives with us, and we care for her. And I could not help but patch her after I started patching because I just wanted her to feel better. She has fibromyalgia. She has a lot of pain things going on. And when I patched her, I wasn't anticipating her to have the amazing, miraculous things that have happened to happen. But what she's taught me is she can only reach certain spots. We believe she's really done some damage to her shoulders and broken her shoulders in the past with falls, and that she can't reach. Actually, she's getting better. But when she first started patching, she couldn't reach the CV or GV 14, the cervical 7. She couldn't reach that point. So she would just take a patch and put a patch here, X39, and put E on here, and put one on each shoulder because those were her spots that hurt the most. Within 2 months of patching, her eye, which she has been 95% blind in for the last 50 years, had its sight restore. So her sight is coming back. And it continues to improve. Even over the last month, it's improved. It's come back even more. And now it's brighter. She can actually, before, when it was starting to come back, she would make out shapes and kind of colors. Like, she knew enough of who it was and what was going on. So her brains had to completely retrain itself from the last 50 years. And now I can see. So what I've learned from Grammy is that X39 is powerful, miraculous patch that I don't put mumuch past. It healed an eye injury that was over 50 years old on her. We don't know originally what happened. We just some kind of a stroke, some kind of, I don't know if it was a retinal tear. I don't know. She never had gotten a diagnosis on it. She was just told she was going to have to live with it. And she's of that generation that would and did. She has. You don't have to put the patches where they say to put the patches. As long as they're on your body, on your person, and not in the sleeve, they will work. That I can tell you 100%. I have so many people that get the patches, or I might send samples to them like, oh, I haven't tried them yet. I'm like, why not? I don't know what you're waiting for, because they're amazing. So yes, the spots that the company has given us on their product guide, they're great reference. That's where they patched people when they did the studies. So it can go hand in hand with the studies, but it's not the only place that they can go. It doesn't have to be on an acupoint, an acupressure point, or an acupuncture point. It doesn't have to be on those things. Again, as long as it's on your body and not in the sleeve, it's working on you. So, I mean, that's definitely the biggest takeaway I can give you for that. And let's see, what else do we have here? I have the therapeutic protocols, the emergency protocols. I showed you that. Oh yes, I'm working with Dr. Monica to get her back on here. It's looking like it's going to be June, after probably beginning of June. We're working on scheduling right now, trying to plan that date out so that we can, also promote it, because it was great having her on last time. If you didn't see it yet, go to our YouTube channel. It is there, and she helps us understand more how she uses this for her clients, her physical therapy clients, because And what she kind of to surmise what she said, that she loves the patches because she is able to get more out of her therapy sessions with her clients than she would if they were in excruciating pain, which makes sense. If you can help relieve some of their pain, and it doesn't take all the pain away, it doesn't mask it like pharmaceuticals or anything like that. So this is just moving the energy around, lessening the pain so that she and her clients can get a really good therapy session in, and they're benefiting so much more because they're able to do the things that she set aside for them to do instead of hitting roadblocks because of pain. So she's really found a lot of success with this for all of her clients, and she's out in California. I did have a funny thing happen today. I went to physical therapy myself for my knees, which I've been trying to just build up my strength and build up everything so that I don't feel like they're going to give out on me. Because I never got a formal diagnosis on what's wrong with my knees. So I walk in and there's a woman there. She's, I don't know, maybe 70s. And she's like, "Oh, you." And she was talking about myself and the woman that works behind the desk. She goes, "You guys look like you're related. Like you could be her daughter." And I'm like, "Oh, why? Thank you." Well, that's a compliment for me because that means I look really young. And the other woman was like, "Wait a minute, unless you're in your 20s, I don't want to hear it." And I was like, "I'm 43." And they were like, "What? You're 43?" And I was like, "I am." And I'm like, "Wow." I was like, "Stem cells." Like Sandra does, stem cells, baby. But I don't have that beautiful accent that she does. So yes, anytime that people are like, "Wow, you look great. What are you doing?" Stem cells. That's it. Stem cells. They're amazing. So I just thought that was funny today that I got compared to, I mean, the woman that works there can't be more than 10 years older than me. And probably not 10, maybe 10 years older than me. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that. But I was happy at the fact that I got the compliment again of how young I look, which I was very thankful for. So thank you, stem cells. Thank you, LifeWave, for not only giving me my life back, giving me my knees back, giving me the energy back to play with my little boys, to do all the fun, awesome mom stuff that I was drowning in and I could not do because I couldn't get out of my own way with all that chronic fatigue, all the inflammation, everything that I was suffering with before. It's gone. It's totally gone. I feel like a totally different person. And it's all because of these little stickers. Little tiny stickers. Do I have any around to show anyone? Yeah, let's take mine off. Little tiny stickers. That's it. Tiny little patch. This one little patch has done so much to change my life. One little thing. It's just amazing. It's just so amazing. I'm in awe of it every day, and I shouldn't be because I've seen some miraculous things over the course of my patching, but I just can't help it. It's amazing. Let's see. I don't think I have anything else. So I'm gonna let everybody go early tonight. I'm gonna go early tonight because I gotta go put the kids to bed and do all this fun stuff and get my week going. If there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to ask. I love to help. I love to help you get where you're going, whether it's just patching or you just have questions or you want to build a business. I'm here to help you. So and if you want to tune in tomorrow night with the business builder that we're doing, let me know. If you want to tune into the Q&A tomorrow, I will post it in the group. I'll promote it in the on the page tomorrow to join Sandra's, because it's just such a great high vibe group that and they don't sell anything, often like this, like I'm not selling something, I'm just giving you information. So it's great to have that with her Brady Bunch style of people. So that's really nice. So hydrate, patch, and heal in that order. And we will see you next week with new topics, new things to talk about. And my goal is to have your preferred customer video done by then too. So have a great night, everybody. It was wonderful chatting with you, and we will see you all soon.